guys, what's up? So today I'm going to talk about my worst movies of 2019. I got this idea for Poland Banana Books, and she did this with her boyfriend where she rated her best and worst movies of 2019. And I thought that would be a good idea because this year was a roller coaster of movies. There were some book adaptations, there were some really horrendous movies. I thought it'd be a good idea to share with you guys my worst movies of 2019. So in Poland Banana Books video, she had some categories and then she had her top 5. So I took those categories and put the movies that I thought belonged in them. I'm going to start off with my most disappointing. I just saw this a couple days ago and it was a 2-hour and 17-minute movie. And it was way too long. But I also didn't want to leave the movie theater because it's a very important movie. AKA more so a more important book because the movie was dry and I don't think made the impact that it was supposed to. Anyway, so this movie is Just Mercy. This book was incredible, as you can see. I had to read it my freshman year of college, and I'm so happy I did. But the movie, listen, Bryan Stevenson is everything. I love him. His aura is wonderful. I watched him speak at my university. Michael B. Jordan, love him, but also he's no Bryan Stevenson. The stuff that they did have in the book, they put in the movie, but like lowered it down a notch. Like they didn't make it as intense as the book was. The movie was so disappointing. I had quite a bit of hope for it. Girl, you need mercy to get through it. The next category is a meh film. Like you didn't hate it, you didn't love it. It was just kind of meh. And for this one I did Crawl. And I knew nothing about this before my grandma said, hey, let's go see this. And I think it was fine. It just wasn't anything. The CGI was really, really bad. But like it just, I remember it, but it's just kind of like, I didn't really like it. It was fine. So that's why it's meh. Like, it was just there. The next category is a movie that was overrated. Listen. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this because I just don't understand the hype about it. It's Marriage Story. Listen, I love Adam Driver, and I love Scarlett Johansson, and I love Laura Dern, but this was just not it. I understand, like, sure, it could be good, but I just, not for me. I even have divorced parents, but like, I just don't understand. I don't understand the hype about it. Please, someone in the comments, explain to me why it is so hyped. I just don't get it. So the last category is enjoyable bad. A movie so bad, but it was enjoyable, you know? And this one was an easy choice for me because this one had me laughing so hard. I was crying. It was everything. It was actually terrible, but it's actually the funniest movie. No, one of the funniest movies in 2019 that I watched. I was like, yes, yes, this is what we want. And it is Child's Play. So I don't know why they remade it, because the first ones are really funny, like the original ones are really funny, but this one just topped the cake. Like, Chucky in this is creepy as hell. He is funny, but like creepy as hell. His facial expressions are everything. Dude, this is actually the funniest movie. I highly recommend it if you want a funny movie. It is just absolutely ridiculous. Dude, I don't even know. I have no clue what happened in this movie, but it was everything. Like, it was a bunch of things happening at once, and I was like, thank you. I appreciate the work you went into this, because it's absolutely beautiful. And then we have some honorable mentions. So my honorable mention is Rocket Man. I was going to put this as most disappointing until I watched Just Mercy. I had very high hopes for Rocket Man. I really did. Didn't realize it was a musical, but I love musicals, so it's fine. I think they could have done a better job at this movie. I love Taron Egerton, I think that's his name, the guy who plays Elton John. I love him. Loved his acting, but it was just kind of there. Like, it wasn't something that was absolutely fabulous. I do love how they sang the songs and how they revised some of them, but it just wasn't anything worth watching. On to my top 5 worst movies of 2019. Don't come for me, guys. Listen, some of it is going to be controversial, and I'm okay with that. I love a good controversy. So, starting at number 5 was Ma. Listen. I didn't think this was going to be good from the beginning, because you can't put Octavia Spencer in a thriller. Like, that just doesn't work. She's Octavia Spencer. So I knew I was not going to be able to take her serious. And I was right. Girl, it was funny, I will say that. But what turned me off was there was a penis, and I was sitting next to my father, and we ain't doing that. Listen. I was not prepared to see a penis for this movie, especially in front of my father. There's also a moment in the movie where Ma paints this, the only other black character, white. And I'm pretty sure she said, it's been a while since I watched it, obviously, but I'm pretty sure she said there's only room for one of us. Listen, I just don't understand. I do think it's a really funny movie. It's just really bad. Like, it's not even enjoyable bad. It's just bad. My number 4 spot is Booksmart. This is quite controversial. I know it's in the middle of people loving it, people hating it, but it was crazy, right? I don't understand what happened. There was way too much going on. I understand they went to a party and then they became Barbie dolls at one point, or somewhat of dolls, I guess. But I just was so confused pretty much from halfway on. It was just, I don't think it was a good representation of women in general, because I know it was like an all-woman cast and crew. My number 3 is It Chapter 2. Didn't like the first one. I like the original one. The original one actually was quite scary. I was also younger when I watched it, so I've never read the book. I'm not going to read the book. I have no interest in reading the book, so. But Chapter 1 was trash to me. I laughed my ass off, though, so it was at least funny. It Chapter 2 was almost 3 hours of my life ruined, because I was bored pretty much the whole time. The first part was actually interesting, and then whenever we got to it being there, I was just like, or Pennywise, listen, I was over it. The second movie that I watched at the beginning of the year was super excited for, because Zac Efron, I have a love for him, but this was not it. Extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile. Listen. This was boring. 100% the most boring. Okay, number 1 is the most boring movie I sat through, and I paid for that one. This one was on Netflix, and I was excited because Zac Efron is my love. One of my loves. But, listen, it was... Girl. It was really bad. It was boring, weird. I just felt like the writing was really bad as well, so it was just not something that I enjoyed at all. And the number 1 worst movie that came out in 2019 is Ad Astra. I understand this is very controversial, but it was so boring. Nothing happened. It just was flat the whole time. Yeah, there was like crazy moments, but were the crazy moments worth it? No. The only character that I actually cared for died within 10 minutes of meeting him, so it just was not worth my time. So those were my worst movies of 2019. Thank you for watching. My best movies of 2019 will already have been uploaded. So, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.